Will the Senate come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Aquino. Senator Awa. Senator Chang. Senator DeCoit. Senator Dela Cruz. Senator Elefante.
Here.
Senator Favela. Senator Fukunaga.
Excused.
Senator Gabbard. Senator Ihara.
Present.
Senator Inoue.
Present.
Senator Kanuha. Senator Keith Agaran. Senator Keoho Kalole. Senator Kidani.
Aloha.
Senator Kim. Senator Lee. Senator McKelvey.
Aye.
Senator Moriwaki. Senator Rhodes. Senator Richards.
Excused.
Senator San Buenaventura. Senator Shimabukuro. Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
23 present, 2 excused.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Senator Inoue.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'd like to thank again Debbie Nakanilua Richards for the contemplation message this morning. May I introduce my staff who has been working very diligently and hard this year. Tammy Kotani, my office manager, Rhea Lee Moku, my Hilo liaison, Brad Knowlton, my committee clerk, and Mela Ching, our returning session hire. Mahalo.
Thank you. Further introductions. Senator Chang.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to introduce the 4th graders of Waialae Elementary Public Charter School, Hawaii's first public charter school in beautiful Kaimuki, Hawaii. There are, I think, 75 of them, but I'm going to introduce their teachers, so maybe if they could stand as their teachers called. We have teachers Rachelle Villanueva, Malia Okumura, Dory Baudet, Bobby Foote, Juna Dulog, Ryan Gaffney, and Koalani Lagaretta. Please welcome them to the Hawaii State Senate. And Mr. President, may I have permission to enter the names of the students into the journal?
As soon as they are submitted, so ordered.
Thank you.
Further introductions this morning. If not, Senator San Buenaventura. Senator Dela Cruz, are you introducing all of
Yes.
these future farmers?
Okay, well, I was directed by the Economic Development Chair that I should go first. So, Mr. President, we have with us future farmers of America, middle and high school students, and FFA state offices from throughout the state. From Nelahua, please rise when I introduce you. Advisors Jackie Freitas and Andrea Nakata. And students Leah Bautista, Jean Kevin Kamantang, Eva Cruz, Zoe Herrera, Easton Jen, Beverly Rose Mandak, and I think it's Tasia Naktor. Welcome to the State Senate.
Further introductions, Senator Aquino.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of Senators Kidani and Wakai, I'd like to introduce FFA students from Waipahu Intermediate School. Okay, first we have FFA advisor Ken Kozuma. Okay, and students Alizea Alvarez, Jaden Kaskayan, and students please stand. Okay, Kaylee Diaz, Chloe Diaz, Emma Directo, Yanez Gaborno, Cassandra Galiza, Jason Garcia, Ednice Julatan, Gisela Lazaro, Madison Martinez, Madison Miyasato, Nicholas Nishimura, Sophia Pagtuleng, Zyron Pua, Kaylee Kernardo, Alexa Rivera, Riley Sabuco, and Bella Tamayo. Please give them a hand, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Further introductions, Senator DeCoit.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm honored to introduce your Kauai FFA delegation. From Kauai, Ariana Bukowski, if you would please stand, as the advisor, Olivia Bukowski, Zaria Bukowski, and Chloe Kealoha. Can you please give them a warm welcome? And Mr. President, from Molokai High FFA, I am proud to introduce Barn Home of the Farmers Advisor, Ms. Kai Ward, Emilia Makaladad, Advisor, Emilio Makaladad, Advisor, Joanne Nicole Bumatai, Quindin Bumatai, Damaria Braxton, Tyshawn Harper, Crystal Hoffman, Sage Duruwa Hart, and Manny Molina. Welcome to your Senate chambers and the state capitol. And Mr. President, if I could please have all of their names put into the journal. Thank
So
you.
ordered. Further introduction, Senator Kidani.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Future Farmers of America is a dynamic youth organization that changes lives and prepares members for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education. I'm especially proud of the students in mine and Senator Aquino's districts who attend our Waipahu schools and go on to become future chemists, veterinarians, government officials, bankers, international business leaders, teachers, and premier professionals in many career fields. I have the pleasure today to introduce to you the students and advisors of the Waipahu High School Future Farmers of America. Please stand when your name is called so you may be recognized. Advisor Sherry Ten, Kisa Matlin, also advisor, Angela Agarano, Rovia Lynn Arciaga, Dalen Calistru, Alexis Chong, Samantha Incisco, Sierra May Francisco, Michaela Hernandez, Janella Gerardo, Sean Monte, Maria Quibal, Ken Tungpalan. Welcome to the Senate.
Senator Kidani, before you do the next one, is this the Future Farmers Group that had someone elected to the as a national officer a few years ago?
Yes, I believe so, and I'm not sure who that person. I forgot to put the name down.
I
Sorry,
just remember Waipahu and you bragging about that too, Senator Kidani. You still have the floor.
I was on the campus yesterday, and that's why I missed session. I apologize, but can you not see why I was absent so that I could visit this group of wonderful young students? Thank you for being here. I now yield the floor to Senator Favela.
Senator Favela, and then Elefante.
Thank you, Senator Kadani. Well, I'm very proud to announce our Future Farmers of America from James Campbell High School. Advisor Jessica and her 14 students from Campbell Sabres. Can you guys all please stand? Welcome to your Senate chamber. Thank you. And Senate President, I'll get the names and I'll insert it into the journal, please. Thank
So
you.
ordered. Senator Elefante.
Thank you, Mr. President. On behalf of the senators from Pearl City, Vice President Kidani, Senator Aquino, and Senator Kai, I'd like to introduce the following students from Pearl City High School. If you can please stand so that you can be recognized. We have Advisor Jessica Storiger, Lawrence Deal, Joseph Pomele, Savannah Santos, Adam Stoger, and Emmanuel Tuzan. And let's give them a hand. And if we could kindly enter their names into the journal, please, Mr.
So
President. I'll now like to yield the floor to the senator from Hilo.
Senator Inoue.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm pleased to introduce those that came the farthest from Hilo. And will you please rise when I read out your names, please? We do have the advisor, Anthony Paupau, Tayani Abadila, Bailey Burke, Rebecca Blanco, Emiko Saiki, Zachary Smith, Miley Wasserman, Mariela Wasserman. Please enjoy your stay here and welcome to the Capitol.
Senator Kanuha.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm honored to introduce advisors and students from 3 historically important agricultural districts on Hawaii Island. First up, we'll start with Ka'u, advisors Kaveni Ibarra, and again, please stand, and if we could hold our applause until the end. Kaveni Ibarra, Janelle Cardenas, Jesse Denny, and students Lacey Ai, Triton Blanco, Jacelyn Jara, Ezekiel Kaava Kamimura. And this is from Ka'u. Well, please keep standing, and then I'll introduce Kona, Tina Alkane, the advisor. Hello, Tina. Sherry Ann Furuuchi and Chalet Perong. And from Kohala, advisor Dean Snelling, and students Haley Kawanoi Galdonis, Christine Kimball, Natalie Majors, Kenneth Matsuda, Camille Pino, and Daisha Tayan Germano. Welcome to the Hawaii State Senate.
Senator McKelvey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I, too, am excited to have students and advisor of FFA from Lahaina Luna, oldest school west of the Rockies. If they could stand when I call their names. They have their advisor, Nathan Pallett, Tangakina Fafita, Desmond Longe, Zarbi Niesman, and Kayla Salmon. Welcome to your Hawaii State Senate. Aloha.
You have some FAA introductions, Senator San Buenaventura.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I also would like to introduce, for my district on the island of Hawaii, in Keau, Terrence Moniz as advisor, Jordan Delos Reyes, Ellie Epperson, Shaila Jaunio Rosa, Oren Kuratsu, Trayson Rivera, Tai Silva, Arsena Taukalau, Crystal Toyama. Thank you and welcome to the Senate.
Senator Shimabukuro.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm very pleased to introduce the Waianae FFA delegation. And first, so please stand, we have Ron Fitzgerald, advisor, Samantha Kaopua Fitzgerald, advisor, Damian Adams, Sean Book, Amia Ito, Kapiolani Jesse, Jessica Cavello, Amanda McCoy, Brayson Meacham, Zaysharie Ballis Moses, and Zaria Nemia. Welcome to the Senate.
Senator Keith Agaran.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. It's also my pleasure to introduce a delegation from my alma mater, Maui High School, from God's country. Caitlin Madrid, the advisor. Kawaili Hua Dodolau Kaho'o Hanohano, and Makoa Keuma. Welcome to the State Senate.
Do we have any other FAA introductions this morning? If not, then I have one somehow they've overlooked from my alma mater, Waimea High School, David Furtis, who has been an active supporter and unfortunately resides on another island in Kohala. David? Now for our healthcare heroes, Senator San Buenaventura.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Healthcare Association of Hawaii is the leading voice for healthcare providers in the state. The organization works to positively influence state and federal policy to provide quality and accessible healthcare to the people of Hawaii. Through HAH's Healthcare Heroes Awards, patients are given the opportunity to acknowledge the service of outstanding healthcare providers. These providers are honored for the exemplary care they deliver to patients and their loved ones across the state. They truly are the epitome of selfless service for the betterment of our community and are more than worthy as honorees of the 2022 Healthcare Hero Award. I would now like to yield the floor to Senator Chang to say a few words about our first honoree, Dr. Andrew Baldwin, who unfortunately is unable to be here today.
Senator Chang.
Thank you, Mr. President. Kauai resident Alana Fujikawa is sure she would not be alive today if not for the skill and compassion of her Hawaii healthcare hero, Dr. Andrew Baldwin. Alana suffered a stroke, and there was also a tear in her aorta. The team at Wilcox Medical Center on Kauai was able to treat her stroke, but did not have the expertise to repair her aorta. After various inquiries, Straub Medical Center agreed to have her flown to Oahu to have the procedure. Dr. Baldwin explained the risks and benefits of the surgery to her. His calm demeanor made the complicated procedure seem less terrifying, and he explained her options in clear and simple terms. Alana says that she was touched by his humility, that she believes her case inspired him, and that it was a privilege to be cared for by him. Thank you, and I now yield the floor to Senator Rhodes.
Senator Rhodes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am happy to recognize the next honoree, Physician Assistant Lindsay Hayes of Kaiser Permanente. Lindsay's patient Betty was hanging curtains in her bedroom and accidentally fell on her back onto a concrete floor. She was in pain and she knew she needed to get help. Betty didn't have anyone around to help her, so she struggled to get up and drove to Kaiser's Waipio Clinic same-day care. Lindsay and the nurses were surprised that Betty was able to drive herself and sit normally after this fall. The team took several x-rays and Lindsay checked in on her every 10 minutes while she was waiting for the results. After a full analysis, Lindsay advised Betty that her lower spine had been broken in 2 places. Betty credited Lindsay Hayes for putting her at ease. Betty states, quote, "Lindsay was so kind, caring, and thoughtful. He showed so much sympathy, professionalism, and patience. He is excellent in every way." How about a nice round of applause for Physician Assistant Lindsay Hayes? I would like to yield the floor to my colleague from Senate District 25. Mahalo.
Senator Lee.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to introduce our next healthcare hero, Shelley Johnstone, who's also from Kaiser Permanente. While there, young woman Andrea Farm's mother had her health severely decline in 2020, and due to the COVID-19 lockdowns, Andrea was no longer able to visit her mother, who was in a care home facility. Shelley Johnstone worked miracles with her mother. Shelley knew how to make Andrea's mom feel comfortable and smile, as she did a tremendous job facilitating communication between Andrea, her mother, and her mother's healthcare providers. Shelley would explain why Andrea wasn't able to visit after the lockdown started, and although her mother couldn't speak, Shelley was able to read her expressions in order to communicate with her. Andrea's mother eventually passed, but it would not be the end of Shelley's help to the Farm family. In November of 2021, Andrea's father had minor surgery and was sent to recover at a rehab facility. To Andrea's surprise, Shelley was at that facility to care for her father. Andrea knew at that point that with Shelley's care and compassion, her father would be in good hands. Congratulations again. I would now like to yield the floor to Senator Keohokalole.
Senator Keohokalole.
Thank you. I have the distinguished honor of presenting the next healthcare hero, Lillian Lau, a registered nurse case manager at Oahu Home Healthcare. Oahu resident Mark Kramer was told he might die if he did not receive treatment for his infected foot. He was urged to undergo a partial amputation in order to treat a severe infection. Mark wasn't willing to accept Civil War era medicine in the 21st century and insisted on antibiotic therapy instead. Mark met Lillian Lau after he was released from the hospital and qualified for nursing visits at home. Lillian made regular visits to help him recover and regain his strength. She provided all the right follow-up medical attention and treated him as a whole person, which he says made a huge difference in his recovery. Many months after his release, Kramer's feet are healed, and the infection has subsided. Mark said his ability to utilize Lillian's medical knowledge and lean on her emotionally took a big burden off of him during his recovery. Thank you very much for your work and congratulations. I would now like to return the floor to the senator from Puna.
Senator San Buenaventura.
Thank you very much. The final honoree to be recognized is Dr. Bernard Viola from the Hawaii Health Systems Corporation, who was nominated by this award by Amber Ramsey of Kauai. As a single mother of a 3-year-old, Amber had a particularly challenging situation during the pandemic. Dr. Viola's compassion, bedside manner, generosity, and patience should be commended. Dr. Viola took the time out of his busy schedule to answer all of Amber's questions and give guidance on what she needed to care for her toddler. As a result, when her son contracted COVID-19, she was incredibly prepared. Today, her son is healthy, and Ramsey feels empowered to handle whatever may come next. Amber says that Dr. Viola's compassion saved the 3-year-old boy and his mother from feeling helpless during the pandemic. Colleagues, I would like to again wholeheartedly thank all of our honorees for their significant contributions and care for their patients. Truly an honor and privilege to acknowledge and recognize these healthcare heroes. And Mr. President, I'd also like to acknowledge Hilton Rathel and the rest of the staff from the Healthcare Association of Hawaii who are in the gallery this morning. Please stand to be recognized. Mr. President, at the appropriate time, may we have a recess to greet our honored guests, and I now yield the floor back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, we have a light agenda, so we'll conclude the agenda, adjourn, and then greet our guests and have an opportunity for pictures. Madam Clerk.
Governor's message number 653 makes a correction to Governor's message number 639.
File.
On page 2, Governor's message numbers 654 to 660 transmit nominations to various boards and commissions.
Governor's message numbers 654 to 660 are referred in accordance with the referrals listed on the order of the day.
House Communication number 466 to 474 transmit various House concurrent resolutions which were adopted in the House for referral to committee.
So ordered.
House Communication number 475 informs the Senate that the House has disagreed to the amendments proposed by the Senate to House Bill 91, House Draft 1.
File.
On pages 6 to 18, Standing Committee Report numbers 1435 to 1481 for one-day notice.
So ordered.
On page 19, Advise and Consent.
If there are no objections from, I'm going to correct myself. If there are no objections, then we will call for a recess because we will want to greet the deputy after we adjourn if we conclude. So if there are no objections, short recess to greet our honored guests. Will the Senate please come back into order? Madam Clerk, before dealing with the advise and consent issue, I just wanted to take a moment and say that the last individual introduced, Bernard Riola Jr., his grandfather worked on the plantation in Kamakani on West Kauai. His father then worked for the county. He's a JABSOM graduate, and as we have considered how to better recruit in the field of nursing as well as doctors, it's refreshing to see a young man from the neighbor islands return home. And in talking to him, his wife is also a teacher at Waimea High School, and so having him come back with his wife is very, very positive. And I think these are the kind of results we're looking for from the loan forgiveness program for both nurses and doctors. So let's start the advise and consent again, Madam Clerk.
We're on page 19 on Advise and Consent.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking advice and consent on consent.
Standing Committee Report Number 1434 on Governor's Message Number 533, Mioleng Silliman, gubernatorial nominee as Deputy Comptroller for the Department of Accounting and General Services for
Is
adoption.
there any discussion? Senator McKelvey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I stand in support of the nominee.
Please proceed.
Everybody, Ms. Silliman has committed a lifetime of service work in government. Prior to relocating to Hawaii, a 10-year tenure at Manhattan District Attorney's Office was where she worked, including positions of Deputy Director of Fiscal Affairs and Deputy Director of Operations. Her areas of responsibilities included program initiatives, fiscal management, automation, procurement, telecommunication, space planning, and facilities management. She has over 15 years of employment with the state of Hawaii, over 12 years serving in the capacity of business management office at both the DCCA and DAGS, and over 2 years as a branch chief at the Department of Budget and Finance. Due to her comprehensive operational knowledge of state processes and procedures from various state aspects of state government, businesses, and accounting processes, she has played an integral and critical role in ensuring that the transfer of knowledge from one administration to the next goes smoothly as possible. She has a proven record of leadership as evidenced by the testimonials noting her leadership and mentoring skills. DAGS, being a central support agency, needs to be able to provide quality and consistency in the delivery of essential support services to other state departments and agencies. Ms. Silliman has acquired the technical knowledge and expertise about the operations and management of DAGS and is therefore well qualified to support the Comptroller in fulfilling the DAGS mission. Mr. President, she and the Comptroller have worked well together as a team, and it's because of this teamwork I feel that she is qualified to serve in this capacity. Thank you.
Thank you. Further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
23 ayes.
Thank you. Ms. Mioleng Silliman has been confirmed as the Deputy Comptroller for the Department of Accounting and General Services. Senator McKelvey.
May I be permitted a late introduction, Mr.
Please
President?
proceed.
In the gallery with Mioleng is her daughter, Dr. Amanda Silliman.
Could we introduce Mioleng first?
Oh, yes. This is like a current...
We made that
This is a
mistake the
theme
last
I'm
time.
seeing. This is a concurrent theme, and I basically hold the former chair responsible for it. Will our new Deputy Director please stand to be recognized? She is joined by her daughter, Dr. Amanda Silliman, and streaming from Alaska to watch the proceedings is her husband, Dr. Mark Silliman, and from New York is her son, Dr. Daniel Silliman. And all the members of the DAGS family are here to honor her in this. Could you please stand and tell us to celebrate the nomination of the Deputy Director?
Thank you. Madam Clerk?
On pages 19 and 20, adoption of resolutions. Standing Committee Report Numbers 1432 and 1433 for adoption.
Senator Wakai?
Mr. President, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Reports Numbers 1432 and 1433.
Senator Decoit?
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. Said resolutions have been adopted.
On page 20, third reading.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking third reading on consent.
Third reading of House Bill 384, Senate Draft 1 relating to parentage.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Senators Shimabukuro, McKelvey, any no votes?
23 ayes.
Thank you. HB 384 SD1 passes third reading.
Third reading of House Bill 724, Senate Draft 1 relating to campaign contributions.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
Thank you. HB 724 SD1 passes third reading.
Third reading of House Bill 980, Senate Draft 1 relating to forfeiture pursuant to Section 804-51 Hawaii Revised Statutes.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
Thank you. HB 980 SD1 passes third reading.
Third reading of House Bill 1097, Senate Draft 1, relating to the Uniform Controlled Substances Act.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
HB 1097 SD1 passes third reading.
On page 21, third reading of House Bill 794, Senate Draft 1, relating to disability awareness.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
Thank you. HB 794 SD1 passes third reading.
Referrals and re-referrals.
Referrals and re-referrals are made in accordance with the order of the day and the supplemental orders of the day that may be filed later today.
No further business, Mr. President.
Are there any announcements today? Senator DeCoit?
Thank you, Mr. President. As you are all aware, every year the Women's Legislative Caucus holds an Easter basket drive for donations to outstanding organizations that help women and children in need. To help us all get into the Easter spirit, you all can have your say as to which of our colleagues will serve as the Easter Bunny and the Easter Chick. On your desk today are the bunny ballots, of which 2 of you have not turned in yet. Please make sure selection voting for 1 member on the ballot and return them to me. For those who did 2, I would just pick the first one for you. Then please remember to join the Women's Caucus with your Easter basket donations on Wednesday, April 5th, 2023, immediately after the House floor session. And you'll get to see the Easter Bunny and Chick in action. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any further announcements? If not, Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Senator DeCoit?
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate will stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow.